Good morning. Hi, guys. I want to talk about actually growing your audience because I think that that's something that's really important. Let's talk about growing your audience because this is kind of the foundation of everything. If we don't have an audience who we can put through our funnel, having a funnel isn't going to help. How do you focus on growing your audience? The question was, I need to get more people on my list. What is the best way to do so? So, if you are not doing this already, obviously one of those things that you should do to grow your audience is inside of every single blog post, there should be an opt-in box. There should be a way for people to join your email list. I'm a big fan of the hello bar, and it doesn't have to be from hello bar. You could do this through ConvertKit or Lead Pages, just some kind of a bar at the top of your blog as a way to gather people onto your email list. It's the first thing that people see when they show up to your site. It's the first thing at the top of the page, and it'll follow them as they're scrolling down. That's my personal favorite thing to do as a way to make sure that you're getting more people onto your email list. But then there's also the in-post opt-in boxes that you definitely need to have. Go through before everybody freaks out. Take this again. Before everybody freaks out about the concept of having to go back through all of your blog posts to make sure that they have an opt-in box and are optimized for people to sign up for your list, make sure that you go through your top 5 to 10 blog posts first. Don't do it chronologically. Don't do it from the ones that you made last week or last month, whatever. Start with the ones that are bringing you in the most traffic. Optimize those. Put as many different opt-in boxes as you want to inside of them. I don't know if there's I guess ideally, you remember, this is something important that we have to remember on our blog posts. We have to take reader experience into consideration. We have to remember that we want our people who show up on our site to be able to read the content that they showed up on the site to read, right? That's ideally what we want to have happen. So if we're putting an opt-in box in after every paragraph, it's going to disrupt their ability to read it easily. So you don't want to put an opt-in box after every single paragraph, but I would definitely try things out. If you are talking about your most popular blog post, don't delete anything in it. Obviously, never delete anything in a blog post, but start adding different opt-in boxes. Test them out. Test out different colors, test out different opt-ins themselves, see what actually works. Oh my gosh, I really appreciate the glare today. Is fantastic. But test out and see what is working. This is your opportunity to see what is actually working on your blog. You don't have to necessarily go around and be like, okay, well, I put this opt-in box in this blog post and maybe it'll get 1,000 pages and I'm going to put this one in. Try it all out in your most popular post because that's the easiest way to get the most eyes onto those opt-in boxes so that you can see what's actually working instead of hypothesizing about it. So that's what you can do on your blog itself. I know that I've said it, but I'm going to continue to say it. If the only place that you have an opt-in box is in the sidebar of your blog, you are missing out. So much traffic to our sites is coming from mobile users. And I think that technically mobile also considers iPads, but I always think of it as phones. Everybody's on their phone. If you look at your website on your phone, I can guarantee you your sidebar is at the very, very bottom. We're talking they have to scroll for 1.5 miles. It's even under the comments section on your blog. So if that's where you've been kind of oh, I don't want to bug anybody, so I'm just going to put it in the sidebar, you're missing out 100%. And don't leave it also. So it's the two places that a lot of people had put their opt-in boxes where they're like, I don't know why no one's signing up for my list. It's either in the sidebar or at the very bottom of the blog post. We're talking after conclusion paragraph kind of thing, before the comment section. It is at the very, very bottom. That is not what we want to have happen because most people don't make it all the way to the bottom of the blog post. Even the most avid readers who are I desperately, this is what I need. I needed this blog post. They probably won't make it all the way to the bottom. Or they'll see the conclusion paragraph and be like, all right, so this is the end of it, and then leave. That's not a knock on anybody else at all. It's just kind of what we do as people. So we have to be careful of making sure that we're not relying solely on the sidebar or a very bottom of the post opt-in box. Put your opt-in boxes at the top of your post. Put it throughout the content. Because at the end of the day, this is something that we have to remember, not just, about the reader experience, because that is important on our websites, but also we have to remember, if our goal is to get people onto our email list, which it should be, obviously traffic is nice, great, cool beans. Ad revenue, nice, cool beans. But the place where you are going to be making a majority of your money and building those kinds of connections and having your people isn't just necessarily the people who show up to your blog, because a lot of people can show up to your blog, but you want the people who are specifically interested in what you have to say. And not just in what you have to say, but in what you have to say and what you have to sell. What your entire website is about. So we have to remember that we're not just there, just kind of like throwing out stuff willy-nilly. The goal for us is to get the right people onto our email list. Every single blog post, the goal is not just the affiliate revenue, which is awesome, not just getting people to show up with and getting ad revenue, which is awesome, not just traffic, not just numbers. None of those things are those are all really important. But if the primary goal is to make sure that you're getting people onto your email list, then you have to make sure that you're putting your email opt-in boxes throughout. So that's my spiel on opt-in boxes inside of blog posts themselves. Awesome, guys. So have an amazing rest of your day, an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.